How's it going, everybody? My name is just Jared, but you can just call me Jared no matter what my channel name still says. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about games with loot, and that's literally it. I got a relatively shorter video than usual for today as my games with loot to talk about list is running a bit dry for the time being, so today we're talking about a game that's a bit more early on in development than what we usually spotlight on the channel. This game is called Luminary. It's an open world RPG that has a lot of unique mechanics in terms of how the world is generated, the co-op experience, and the way it treats loot. Let's talk about it. First off, as a reminder, this game is still early in development. There's not even a release date, not even a release window right now, and there's very limited gameplay out, but it's definitely shaping up to be something I'd recommend at least wish listing on Steam to keep up with it. I'll leave the Steam link in the description. Let's quickly go over what this game is about, then we'll jump right into the loot mechanics. Story-wise, it's your classic video game light versus dark trope, nothing too crazy, light magic versus dark magic essentially. Your character, whom you can create and customize, is a Luminary, a warrior of the light, and your ultimate goal is to defeat a creature called the Dreadnought, this giant thing right here, which, like everything else in the game, spawns in a procedural location. Let me explain. When you create a character and start a new game, the handcrafted open world is generated, and all the enemies, towns, bosses, treasures, locations, and rarities of loot are procedurally spawned around the world. You can play the game like a traditional open world RPG, explore, climb, glide, swim, accept quests, progress your character's skills and abilities, find loot, kill the Dreadnought, essentially beat the game, but you can also take your character and all your progress, loot, etc. and join someone else's open world where all their stuff has also been procedurally spawned and play with them. On their world, because there's going to be so many different variations of armor and weapons in the full game, you might find something that didn't spawn in your world, or maybe your friend has a dope lightning sword that you really want to add to your collection. You can join their world or vice versa, and you can trade for it. You can keep starting new worlds and progressing the same character, finding new variations of loot each time, building up your collection, and exploring unique layouts of the open world due to the procedural spawns of all the in-game assets, keeping exploration fresh. And if you want to increase the difficulty, once you've beaten the Dreadnought once, you can set your next world to New Game Plus. All that I just talked about is the main big different feature Luminary offers that separates it from that of other open world games. And the co-op is online, drop in, drop out, up to 4 players at once, and there's local co-op, which is exceedingly rare these days, and Luminary is also planning to support cross-play. An indie game supporting cross-play. Frickin' AAAs even have issues with that. Alright, let's get into loot and character progression, the good stuff. Now, I've already mentioned how loot spawns for everyone differently. Your friend might find a piece of gear that never spawned in your game. Luminary plans to have many different types of weapon, armor, and item categories, and they also mention different rarities, which is always something a lover of loot likes to hear. Luminary does have a level progression system where you gain XP from doing various things in the world, and leveling up grants you access to new powerful abilities, but you also level up your proficiency with gear the more you use said gear. So if you want to play as a ranged character, keep using bows and your strength with bows will increase. This goes for all types of play, ranged, melee, magic, and this system also incorporates armor too. Different types of armor will be better for you if you use a certain type more frequently. This way you can build your character how you want by playing how you want. There's no set classes for you to pick from. There will be tons of other things to do in this game outside of combat. If you just want to hang out with some friends and relax, you can progress and earn money through other activities like fishing, mining, and animal catching, whatever that means. Any game that has a fishing minigame is an instant purchase for me, and in this game you could be off looting rare gear with your friends, building up your fire magic proficiencies, you take down orcs and then go fishing to chill out. It sounds like a great time. Once there's more info out on Luminary, I'll make sure to keep you updated, but that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it or found it informative, consider dropping a like, that way we can get the video out to more people and spread the word about this game. Also, subscribe if you're a fan of games with loot, as that's literally all we talk about here. I apologize if my voice sounds weird in this. I am so tired right now, but I'm trying to get this video out, so I'm sorry about that. Have a good one. See you later.